Good evening, and thank you for being here and joining this wonderful event, the Elevator Pitch Finale. This contest began with the idea to expose, feature, and showcase businesses and business people from the Crown Heights community by letting men and women put together a 1-minute pitch, which we call an elevator pitch, about their prospective businesses. With the winner of each category, men and women's, receiving a prize valued at $10,000, which includes $1,000 in cash, and the rest with products and services to grow their businesses. Voting was open to the public May 15th, and the results of the voting has brought us until tonight, where we have our finalists. First, want to thank CHYE and Rabbi Wordy and all the good work he does and his organization to help the community. And would like to thank also COL Live, also Lubavitch Yeshiva for sponsoring the event here. We want to thank the esteemed judges, which we will introduce in a moment. Of course, we want to thank the contestants, and we also want to thank the audience, both for joining us here and whoever's watching streamed online. The elevator pitch in a nutshell is that each person gets a minute, 60 seconds, to pitch the judges on their product or service. The pitches have to be quick, succinct, unique, and creative. Tonight we have 3 finalists on the men's side and 3 finalists from the women's side. Originally there was a group of 14 and 15 prospectively, and now it's down to 3. Our judges will then critique each of the pitches, giving their insight and suggestions on what could be improved and bring out the strong and positive points of the pitches and what went well. Then the judges will get together and pick the winner in each category. It's interesting, when one thinks about it, all businesses, all ideas, at one point, were just ideas. If we go backwards in time, for instance, in 1892, there was no Coca-Cola. I mean, it founded in 1892. In 1891, there was no Coca-Cola. In 1930, the Empire State Building started construction. It's fascinating to know that everything that we see, every building, every business, every idea was once only in the mind, was only a thought, was only an idea. Where am I going with this? It says that before Hashem created the world, Hashem thought, the thought aroused in his mind, so to speak, and through that he created the world and created man. And what we call yesh ma'ayin, something from nothing. And man, of course, being in the image of God, has this ability to a certain extent to create something from nothing. A person gets an idea of a product or a service and turns it into a business, something from nothing. But with one important caveat. Of course, Hashem can do it with no help. Everything is on his own. But man, we need assistance from Hashem. Hence, the word business, if we separate it into 2 parts in Hebrew, it's biz, nes, from the strength with the help of a miracle. And it's through this and through these miracles that we hope to see many, many businesses grow and flourish in Crown Heights. And with that in mind and without further ado, I'd like to introduce the head of CHYE, who is helping all these miracles happen. And I would like to introduce Rabbi Yehoshua Wordy.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I hope you're all as excited as I am to be here tonight. The elevator pitch competition has been something that it's probably 6 months in the making, from when we first conceived it till we began to execute, till the competition started, till we made it here tonight. And I speak for myself, CHYE, we put in tremendous we invested tremendous efforts and energy, and I know that each of the contestants that participated, and especially the finalists that made it here tonight, it wasn't easy. They put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and tonight is the big night for all of us. This event, the CHYE Elevator Pitch CHYE COL Live Elevator Pitch Competition, really represents what CHYE is all about. We started this organization with a mission. We wanted to inspire entrepreneurship, we wanted to support entrepreneurs, and we wanted to teach best business practices. And this competition has bundled all of that together. And tonight is the culmination of all of these efforts, Baruch Hashem. So before we jump into the competition, I just wanted to take a minute to give thanks. I want to give special thanks, and I want to go in order here. First, I want to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, God Almighty, for blessing me and blessing all of us, and He should continue to look after all of us. Thank you, Hashem. Number two, every single year, CHYE makes it a point to make our key signature event of the year in close proximity to Gimel Tammuz. Gimel Tammuz is is a special day for Chabad Hasidim, and we dedicate CHYE. All of our work is all done in the spirit of giving nachas to the Rebbe, and I want to thank the Rebbe for his brachos, and I hope he's taking nachas in all of the work that we do for his Hasidim. Thirdly, I'd like to thank my wife. She's not here in the physical place at the moment. She's busy at home with the kinderlachs, but without her support, I would never be able to do what I do. And if you're watching live right now, thank you very much. I want to thank our partner in this event. Really, this event would not be the success that it was if we didn't partner with COL Live. COL Live has been our true partner in this event, making sure that we get the visibility that we need to make this event happen. It has to be seen, and Baruch Hashem, COL stepped to the plate, and they've been a great partner, and we look forward to many more partnerships together. Mrs. Sofer could have been one of the judges tonight, but she's celebrating a simcha right now. She has a Sheva Brachos as we speak for her son. We wish you a mazel tov, the Sofer family, and we look forward to doing great things for our community together. I'd like to thank the CHYE board. We have a wonderful board that puts in tremendous amounts of koiches, and I want to thank each of you. I want to thank all of the CHYE Founder Circle members. It's with the support of the CHYE Founder Circle that we're able to do what we do. I would like to thank the sponsors of the CHYE Elevator Pitch Competition. Baruch Hashem, we could not have done this without special sponsorship, and I want to thank, you'll see it, if you're watching on the video, their logos will come up. I want to thank the Kotler family who sponsored to this competition, L'Zuchus, the memory of their special son, Mendel Kotler, Olav Shalom. Thank you very much, Kotler family. Daniel Kotler will be one of the judges, and he came in specially from Houston, Texas, and he deserves a special appreciation. Daniel, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Uniquely Chic. This is a new children's clothing store that has opened up, has rebranded an established store, and is doing a tremendous job, and they're a sponsor of this event. All of you that have young children, please take your children there, buy clothing there, give them business. Thank you very much, Yossi and Farah. Thank you very much. I want to thank Little Toes for all of you women here in the crowd and your children. They sell hosiery and accessories. Mrs. Rochi Safran is a tremendous businesswoman. She turned down the offer to be a judge tonight, but I want to thank you very much, and everyone, please give them business. I want to thank Milano Wiggs, who's been a longtime supporter of CHYE, Yitzi Gazinski, who couldn't be here tonight. And I want to thank Little Jules. Little Jules is also a special sponsor. Lizchus Leah Bas Alexander Zeb Halevi. I also want to quickly thank the prizes. The prize packages tonight are really a composition of, it's $1,000 cash, but then there's a tremendous amount of amazing business services that are designed to help boost your business. And we have some wonderful and amazing companies that I'm so grateful that they They're willing to lend their name and their support to this program. And in no particular order, let me just do this very quickly. Spotlight Design, Hanabi Creative, PTEX Group, and I should mention Manny Hoffman, who's going to be one of the judges. Every single year they put on the largest and most respected Jewish Business Summit, the LTB. They're getting to work on upcoming in September. It's an amazing business event for all you business people. Make sure you book tickets. We'll see you there. I want to thank Ajax Union and Yossi Applebaum. I want to thank Evokia Solutions, Aaron Feller, amazing support for CHYE. Mendy Glick Accounting, the Jewish Echo, which is one of the most well-read and respected magazines distributed in the Brooklyn Jewish community. Logo Works and Daniil Wolfson, thank you very much, Daniil, for sponsoring logo rebranding. Modway Furniture, who does amazing business furniture for all your business furniture needs. And last, but definitely not least, I want to thank Voxline, which does an amazing job at Business VoIP for your business telephone needs. Thank all of you sponsors, thank you very much. And all of you watching this and listening to this, give them business. And you keep them going, they'll keep us going. Looking forward to an amazing competition. Everybody sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Give me the list, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. I'm going to judges now. Yeah, of course. Okay. I feel like I'm flying in a plane rather than all this equipment on. We are going to introduce our esteemed judges. First on the men's. Our first judge is Manny Hoffman. Manny is the CEO of PTEX Group, which is a business and marketing service agency, and the founder of the Let's Talk Business platform, the LTB platform, which Rabbi Wordy spoke about, event coming up in September. Our next judge is a good friend, Zalman Stock HaKohen from Spotlight Design, wonderful design and marketing firm right here on Eastern Parkway. Let's give Zalman. And our next judge is Daniel Kotler from Houston, Texas. He was one of the founders, an early employee of Blinds.com, and he led the company to over $200 million in sales. Not bad. And sold the company to Home Depot in 2014, and now is an advisor in investment startups. So let's give a round of applause for our judges. Amazing. I mean, the advice these guys can give, I mean, it's better than Shark Tank. Okay. So, okay. So the format is going to be that each contestant is going to have 60 seconds, 1 minute to do what we call their elevator pitch. And they're going to be pitching their product or service just like you'd be in an elevator. I guess the elevators today are so fast. It used to be a 1 minute elevator pitch. Now I'd have to get it down to 30 seconds. But they're going to need to do what we call in sales the 4 pillars of sales, which is an introduction, presentation, hook, and close in 60 seconds. And they're going to have to convince the 3 judges here that their pitch is the pitch. And then each judge is going to be scoring on, we're going to show on pitch content, on pitch delivery, And then each judge is going to ask one question. So there's 3 questions total, and then a contestant story, and that's going to be 100 points, which is a maximum score. And then everybody's going to get together and add up the scores, and then at the end, we're going to announce the winner. So without further ado, let's get to our contestants. Our first contestant is from The Chosen Bean, and his name is Mendy Dolphin. Round of applause, Mendy. So, yeah. Good luck. That didn't count for the time, don't worry.
All right. How did Moses stay up for 40 days and 40 nights? Coffee, of course. I'm Mendy Dolphin from the Chosen Bean Coffee. We're roasters located in Florida. And all the time we have growers. They come from different countries, Guatemala, Nicaragua. They come by and they drop off samples, say, hey, try our coffee. So the other day, Diego, one of our growers, he says, you got to try this coffee. It's going to blow your mind. I only have a small lot of it. We were able to cultivate it. It took a few years, takes a few years to cultivate a coffee, and it's unbelievable. Try it. He says, roast it to a City Plus. That's a type of roast. And we did that. It blew our mind. It's going to blow yours if you try that coffee. Every month we have a subscription club. People come on our website, we roast it to order, and we ship it out on our subscription club. This month's is our Guatemalan from this roaster, and it's a fantastic coffee, and that's actually one of the components in our new cold brew coffee. Hope you enjoy.
So we're going to have each judge comment, and we will start with. Let me just get my notes here. Many.
So Mendy, tell me, I'm not a coffee lover. Do you suggest even I don't like coffee, I should switch to Chosen Bean, or the little I drink, I should change to Chosen Bean?
We sell a whole line of teas as well. We have whole leaf teas. They're phenomenal. They're better tasting than teas that are ground up and mass produced. We have that on our website as well. So we have something for you as well.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, our next judge, Zalman Stock.
Okay, Mendy, it's a two-part question. Part one is, if in fact the beans are very limited, why are they available to you as opposed to some larger buyer and seller? And if they are in fact that limited, how long do you plan to stay in business?
Sure. So there's different stages of every business, and the benefit of being a small business is that we try to work with small businesses. Let's say they're in Guatemala. Yeah, his farm could produce a certain amount of coffee, but there's different levels. He has, let's say, 50 sacks of this coffee. That's not a lot of coffee. You're going to run out of that. So that's special. That's limited. For example, this Guatemalan, he says, well, we're going to give you 12 of them. You want that? I'm going to give you 12 of it. There's a competitor, for example, in our area, and they also produce a cold brew coffee. And with that coffee, I was talking to him. He says, yeah, they're using a Guatemalan, but it's not the same Guatemalan. It's not the same quality Guatemalan. So there's different qualities and levels in coffee. There's raised beds. There's different water processes. There's a lot of things that go into it. And when you're small, so Starbucks and other companies also they're starting to look for small lots too. So it's getting more competitive, but there's different levels of coffee. But we try to bring our customers the best through cultivating relationships directly with farmers and growers.
Excellent. And our third judge, Daniel Cutler.
So I live in Houston, and so I'm curious about what does it cost? What's the subscription cost, and how does that cost compare to everybody else? And second, What are the words people use when they're drinking your coffee? How do they describe what makes you different?
I'm going to answer the second question first. Smooth, extremely smooth, and that has to do with the roasting. The way we roast our coffees is it's a fluid. It doesn't get burnt by and it's also hand roasted. So there's a lot of controls going into it to make sure that it has a very, very fine, smooth taste, aftertaste when you're drinking it. Sorry, the first question.
Cost.
The cost is $17.95. That includes shipping. It's delivered. It's freshly roasted, and that's comparable. That's actually medium priced for the comparable markets. In fact, sometimes we throw in coffees that are more expensive that normally we wouldn't have sold for $17.95. The coffee itself would have cost at least $17.95 without shipping. So in the subscription, we kind of move around the different quality based on what we want to provide. That's, we want to give something nice. So.
If I may, just after drinking your
That's
coffee.
4.
After drinking your coffee, how will you? What difference will it make for my day?
Good question.
You'll feel good. You won't have that acid reflux that you normally have from coffee. The aftertaste is smooth, so if you have a nice meal, you won't have interesting, not such pleasant aftertaste when you're walking down the street thinking about that good geschmack meat sandwich you had or whatever it was. You're not going to have that. From the coffee, it's not going to impact that taste. You're still going to enjoy the delicious food that you had before.
We have to ask you to do a 1 minute and 30 second, tell your story, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay, sure. So my partner, his name is Moshe. He's the roaster, and he was traveling Alaska, and he came across some really good coffee, came back. Florida didn't have any good coffee, especially coffee when this happened. This is about 7-8 years ago. So he started roasting at home. In Shul, best place to do business, a friend said, you're in e-commerce or whatever, your business, let's get together. So I was drinking instant coffee. That's what I drank, and I don't eat sugar. So I didn't want to have sugar in my coffee. I wanted to, and it was very, very hard to drink instant coffee black. So when he told me about the coffee, it started to intrigue me a little bit, and my family's been in the food industry for many years in wines, and so I've always had interest in food, like the technicalities of food. And he gave me some coffee, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I had acid reflux. I didn't have the acid reflux. So that intrigued me a lot. That's how I got into the coffee, and right away I wanted to understand, why is coffee sell for this price? Why does it sell in Walmart for one price and Whole Foods for a different price? What's the differences? And I had to understand every part of it and just break it down. And there's differences, and that's not for right now, but that's what got me into it, and I love it.
Fantastic. Beautiful job. Got us off the bat. Incredible. Let's give a big hand. It's hard to go first. It's hard to go first. You set the bar. You set the standard. Really great job. Okay, let's introduce our second contestant, and that is Shmuel Wolf of J Menu. Welcome.
J Menu is the new way you order kosher food from. Ordering over the phone can be time-consuming and a hassle. Restaurants can be impatient, difficult to reach, and will often put you on hold for several minutes. Ordering on J Menu saves you the time and hassle of having to order over the phone. Your addresses and payment information is saved in your J Menu account. All previous orders are saved, allowing you to reorder with just one click. Excuse me, and most importantly, J Menu is 100% free to use. The app is free to download, and you're not paying more for the food or delivery. All prices listed on J Menu are the same as restaurant prices. Join the thousands of active users. Visit jmenu.com, download our app, and make your next order on J Menu.
Wow, that was fantastic. Very smooth. First question, let's start with Many.
Danny will go the first.
Okay.
I just want to know how quick could you get food over here?
Oh, sure. Daniel, please.
What makes J Menu different than Uber Eats or something else that delivers food? One, and also which restaurants are covered in which cities?
Excellent question. The difference between J Menu and Uber Eats, Grubhub, Seamless, etc., is that J Menu is exclusively for kosher restaurants, and we're catering to a kosher crowd, so we know what information to tell them. We have the hechsher listed, we have kashrus information, chol v'yisrael, pas yisrael, etc., and the customer has a sense of security that they know they're only, if they order from J Menu, they're never going to by mistake order from a kosher style or a hechsher, a questionable hechsher, etc. Our standards are high, and the customer can rely on that.
Excellent question and excellent answer. Zalman.
How do you keep the menus up to date with all the restaurants and make sure the foods and the prices are relevant and fresh?
Excellent question as well. I'm sorry, I didn't answer your second question. I'll get back to that after I answer that. We're in touch with the restaurants. We have a relationship with them, with the restaurant management, with the restaurant owners, and we are, on a very personal level. So, like just the other day, a restaurant here in Crown Heights sent me a WhatsApp message. He's like, "Oh, change the delivery time to this and this," and I sent it to I emailed it to one of the one of the guys in the company. I said, "Here, fix this." We're in a very personal relationship with the restaurants, which makes it very easy for us to stay up to date with them. And to answer your question, we are currently in Crown Heights, Upper East Side, Upper West Side. We're getting into Midtown now. We have close to 10 restaurants already in Midtown Manhattan. We're getting into 5 towns now, into Borough Park, and into Williamsburg as well. I just had my first couple of meetings in Williamsburg this week. And we hope to expand to the rest of the nation and international as well.
Given that it's food related, who provides the customer service if I have an issue with my order, it didn't arrive hot, or whatever it needs to be, or something is missing from my order? What's that customer experience?
Very good question. We in the email in the email receipt that we send to the customers, we tell them that if you have an issue with the order, call us. They're welcome to call the restaurant if they feel that'll be easier for them, but they're also welcome to call us because we have, like I said, we have a relationship with the restaurants, which makes it much easier for us to provide a better service for the customer and then deal with the restaurant afterwards.
And just what's your business model behind it, as far as meaning not the financials, but if you're saying it's the same price, how could you assure your clients that it's actually the same price?
But you can go and check. I mean, the restaurant prices are not a secret.
I mean to say there's extra step in the process. So is that a cut from the restaurant side? Like
Yeah, the customer does not pay a penny more than they would if they were to order directly from the restaurant. Thank you.
Excellent. Wait, you got to do your.
Okay.
First of all, fantastic, excellent pitch, excellent questions, and now your story in a minute and a half.
A minute and a half. Okay. How can you say a story that took 2 years and a minute and a half? Rabbi Wardy told me that I'm going to have to speak about, how J-Menu came to be, etc. But the truth is, I think that story is a little bit boring. I could say, I called a restaurant and they put me on hold and I got frustrated and I said, okay, I'm going to make an app that you don't have to wait on hold. That's not even true, and also it's a boring story. So instead of speaking about the past, I'll take this opportunity to speak about the future for a moment. Like I said, we hope to expand to the rest of the United States, and what we really hope to do is create a kosher solution for all Yidden, so that if you're in a business meeting in Midtown Manhattan, you can pull out your phone and make an order for lunch within 60 seconds. If you're on a plane going to LA for your nephew's bar mitzvah, let's say, and the plane lands and you're pulling up to the terminal, you can make an order, excuse me, you can open up J Menu and make an order and have the food delivered directly to your hotel room or your host. And our goal really is that wherever and whenever you should be able to access and very easily order kosher food. Thank you.
Fantastic. Wow, let's give him a big hand. Great job. Fantastic. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, our third contestant, Yossi Bardwigder of Birdies. Welcome. A round of applause.
Sorry. Good evening. My name is Yossi Bardwigder of Birdies. And honored and humbled to be standing in front of you tonight and I would like to express my thanks to Cronate's young entrepreneur for this opportunity, and a big shout out for my family, friends, and customers who made the step to go vote and to take this to social media. I would like to begin that since 1981, I walk into 323 Kingston Avenue to do my job and to serve the community. Everything changed since I began my own business. I start to buy jewelry in order to cater the people of the community, and I know that jewelry buying something is very pricey. Therefore, my goal was to bring a full line of beautiful, unique, and styled jewelry at affordable price. I know that jewelry is a pricey item, and also is a beautiful gift. I know that this opportunity can help my business to take it to the next level. Again, I'm truly honored to be here. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Our first judge, Daniel, or Tom would like to go this. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Is the jewelry business new to the business? Is it a new business? Is it a retail business, online business?
I started several years ago with smaller business, smaller quantity of jewelry, and thank God the business went up, and I want to expand to a higher end at affordable prices. And also, I would like to explore the e-commerce and to put my business into a service space.
Thank you.
Excellent. Next.
Bielsi, what type of event, or what's the price range that's typical for your jewelry, and how would I shop for it myself?
The prices start for $40 and up. You could find plenty of things for kids, wife, and any event, bar mitzvahs, anniversaries, up to, I think, $5,000 is my highest price. And you could come into a store and you are going to have a great service.
Excellent. Many.
So I walk out of my house and I need to buy a gift for my wife. And I could go to 2 jewelry stores. One is yours, one is somebody down the block. If I ask you now, why should I come to your store?
Because the service that I provide, not many jewelry stores they do. It's one thing. And second thing, that the prices that I do, no other jewelry no jewelry store, they work with my markup.
Good.
Excellent. Let's give a hand. And then you're going to tell your story in a minute and a half.
Like the previous constant said, that to say the story in 1.5 minutes is hard. But I said that since 1981 I'm in Kingston, and slowly I developed my own business. I'm very happy that when I came to this country with $50 in my pocket, and I found a family, and I established a business, and one thing that really made me think over was when the owner of Kentucky Fried Chicken starts his business when he was 60 or 62. Well, I was thinking, what I'm going to do here with young entrepreneurs, a guy who is 60 years old. Yeah. But if he could start at 60 and be successful, and not only that he would be one of the richest person in the United States, I could go further. I could go.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And by the way, he was 65 actually.
No, thank God, no, 62.
No, huh? Okay, let's give all of our contestants a round of applause. Amazing, amazing, amazing job. And now we're going to, we're gonna shuffle the men out. Great job, Daniel, awesome, great, pleasure. Zalman, wonderful, awesome. Many pleasure, beautiful, great questions. Excellent. Okay. We are going to move forward now with the women's competition, and we're going to now call up the three judges that we are honored to have this evening. Our first judge, Shayna Levin from ABBA Realty. Our next judge, Devori Axelrod from AJ Madison, General Manager. Welcome. The third judge I know very well, Hani Kamaker from Hanabi Marketing. Welcome. Fantastic. Okay. Our first contestant this evening on the women's side is going to be Sarah Esther Varney. Kids, Discover Israel. Welcome. The microphone is here, and good luck.
Thank you. Shalom.
Naomi.
Everyone in this room has the responsibility to raise the next generation of Jews. Jews who are committed to Judaism, Jews who support Israel. It takes a village to raise a Jewish child. We are that village. And my new publishing company, Kids Discover Israel, is a part of our village. KDI was created to inspire and educate our children about Israel. Inspire our children when they're young, and they'll stay with us forever. We are creating a series of historical novels for children ages 7 to 12. Each book will explore an important historical, archaeological site in Israel. It's armchair birthright for the younger generation. Our first book, At Masada, is already on Amazon and in Jewish bookstores. Our second volume, in Ir David, in the city of David, is being developed now and will hopefully be published soon with your help. We want to empower our children with knowledge. Help my company grow love for Eretz Yisrael. Toda.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent. Our first judge, Shayna. Shayna.
Yes, it's a very important thing that you're doing.
The mic, if you can.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes. As a mother, it's very important what you're doing. Thank you. What type of books are these? Are they illustrated, a lot of words, a little bit?
Chapter books. These are children ages 7 to 12, so they are readers, most of them. It's a chapter book, all these. They are illustrated by a very talented illustrator. Really beautiful. I'll hand you a book later so you can look themselves. They also have beautiful photography, photographs by professional photographers, so you can see what the site looks like now. And my artist draws scenes of what it might have looked like then in its prime.
Thank you.
Excellent. Devori. Put the
Okay,
microphone.
I know you spoke about selling the product on Amazon.
Yes.
Are there any digital copies going to be available? Are you considering that?
I am considering that in the near future.
What are the challenges around that?
I guess because I'm old-fashioned, I like to have a hard copy. Also, with our population, we need a hard copy for Shabbos and Yontif reading. So that was my priority. And the visual effects are, I'm not sure that on the computer it looks as beautiful. So I will get there, I just have to investigate it some more.
Thank you.
Excellent. Chani.
So my question is actually a follow-up to Devori's. I was wondering if there was going to be some, further down the line, some kind of interactive component. Kids these days are used to seeing everything on their iPads or on their computers
Yes.
or on their phones.
Yes,
What do
definitely.
you see the future of Kids Discover Israel?
Well,
What does it look like?
I definitely have a business plan. I have a website right now, which I hope with your help, I'll be able to develop it further and get good advice about that. I would like to go further down the line and each year publish another book, another important site in Israel, and along with that, to develop workbooks for children, interactive games for children. But for that, it's further down the line, and I definitely need advice on that.
Okay, great,
Excellent.
thank you.
Excellent. And now you'll give us a minute and a half little story.
A minute and a half. Okay, are you timing?
Give or take, don't worry.
Before I begin, sorry, I just have to say, you say a minute and a half. I'm one of the older contestants here. So to reach this age, it took me several years. So to sum all that up in just a minute and a half is asking a lot. Some people have described me as a woman with a mission. Yes, I'm passionate about our homeland, and I'm passionate about our children. Ever since I was a youngster of 7, 8 years old, when I first discovered that the Jewish people have their own land, I had a dream, and that was to live in Israel. It took me about 40 more years to accomplish that dream, but eventually I did, and in the year 2000, I made Aliyah with 7 of our 11 children. Wow, that was an experience. When I got to Israel, I took a tour guide course at a college in Jerusalem because I wanted to know my new country as well as a tour guide did. I went everywhere in Israel. Old granny me, climbing mountains and under tunnels. It was amazing. But it was more than amazing. It was magical. And I wanted to share that magic with Jewish children around the world. And that's how David and Esti came into being. Those are the 2 main characters of my books. And my goal now, my dream now, is to reach out to all the Davids and Estes out there in the world and bring them home. And I need your help to put these inspiring books into the hands of the next generation, our future Jewish leaders.
Wow. Incredible. Let's give her a fantastic. Our next contestant is Naomi Freundlich of Namic Style. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Nama from Redefine the Hora Nama Style, offering you all the simcha, all the sound, all the entertainment for your next all-female dance party. Over the last 10 years, I've gone to many simchas, Baruch Hashem, and I've noticed that most of the women and the girls don't come to the dance floor unless they know the dances. After circle time, it's city down time. So, and when they do come to the dance floor, it's unfortunately to some of the dances like the dab or the nene. I say that's crazy. We have so much. We do not need secular music at our dance parties today, but what we do need is direction. And Redefine the Hora offers just that. With her full service dance package, offering you dance classes, we need to solidify our milestones of our children's lives in Simcha. Nama Style offers a party that is all-encompassing, giving you that surrender to the Simcha feeling. When your children are dancing and entertained, it's solidifying that milestone in a way that they will want to relive it again and again. More Simchas solidified, more parties solidified in Simcha. Nama Style offers that to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's start with Devori.
Are there 2 parts to your service, or you're just teaching the dance classes, or are you also actually participating in the simcha and kind of
So
getting everybody
I am
involved?
the one-stop Simcha shop. I offer all the music, all the sound system, all the lighting, and everything you need to entertain your daughter at her bas mitzvah. I also offer a 1-hour dance class and dance prep class where I help the mom set up the timeline and I give the daughter a preview so she should feel confident on the dance floor.
Excellent. Chani.
How do people find out about you?
So most often it's by word of mouth. And really it's by word of mouth. For every one gig, for every one party that I do, there are 2 more people that say, oh, we need to have this for our bas mitzvah girl.
Excellent. Shayna.
Yes. Are you here in Crown Heights?
I
Are
am not.
you-
I'm Muncie based.
Okay. And you're in Muncie Base and you travel?
I do travel, yes.
Okay. And you mentioned Jewish music. What type of music do you offer the kids?
So we offer
And-
all of the latest, greatest of Jewish music. Anything that you can think of, I have created amazing dances to Jewish music of today. All the ones that the girls want to dance to. I have put together my 15 years of fitness history and my education, and I have brought to the dance floors, combining it with amazing dances that are easy to cue and easy to catch on, and leave the girls feeling so confident and so proud of themselves on that day.
Thank you.
Excellent. Now we'll have you do a 1.5 minutes of your story.
Okay. Well, in 1977, when I was born for this job, for this service that I offer. I've been teaching fitness for years. I taught high school for the last 8 years. And combining these 2 things, putting together great dances. One day my sister asked me, she said to me, Nama, I'm going to sing at a bas mitzvah. She asked me to find somebody to do the dances. This is your thing. Everybody loves to dance with you. You just have that energy. Put something together. I'll come with you and let's make simcha. And that's what I did. Practiced, put together great music, knew how to cue it. And when I got to the dance floor, I felt that that is where my soul is. This is where I want to be. Creating simcha through this dance and bringing unity through what I do.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Great, great job. Yeah, excellent. Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. Totally thrilled to be here.
Let's give a big hand. Thank you. Okay, our third contestant, CHYE Rockford of Oh, Me, and My. Welcome.
Hi, I am CHYE.
Microphone,
Do I need to hold it or?
if you can.
Well, could someone help her, maybe? Someone go hold the mic for her?
Maybe I can lay it?
Here, I can do it.
I'll talk loud.
Want me to do it?
Sorry. So when I was little, I had a comfort object.
Okay.
It was a blankie. I took it everywhere with me. I even snuck it to school a few times when I needed some extra security. One night I was at a sleepover party with all my friends, and we're all like rolling out our sleeping bags and pajamas, and we're all taking out our comfort objects. And suddenly I realized that my comfort object looks a lot different than all my friends. Mine's all ripped up and ratty-tatty, blinky, and they all have these cute stuffed animals. So I like immediately shoved it back in my suitcase and was embarrassed and started hiding it. Today, it pains me to think that their children might be feeling shame over something that brings them comfort and that makes them feel safe and secure. So I created a beautiful handmade doll, specifically sized to fit securely in a child's hand, with curly, real-life looking hair inspired by this. And it can even be worn as a necklace. So not only can children everywhere play with their comfort object, but they can be proud of it too. My company, The Me and My, is here to bring you and your little ones a touch of comfort. Because everyone deserves comfort. Agree?
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Our first judge, Chani, let's start with you.
First of all, I think what you did was genius, because you took a product, this is just like a doll like most others, but instead of talking about what it is, you spoke about the purpose of it. So I thought that was a really interesting angle, so good on you. My question is, I think one of the problems with comfort objects is that they end up looking all ratty and gross. So what did you, like, how did this, did you think, how did this factor into your production process, and what kind of materials are you using to
Okay, so there
mitigate
is-
that?
Thank you for asking that. There's a few things. So first of all, I did sample, this doll has been in the works for like almost a year and a half because I sampled it in like as many factories as I could get my hands on because I wanted it to be like high quality and look nice. A second thing also is that the ratty-tattiness of people's comfort objects generally is what makes them endearing. My problem that I mentioned in my pitch was also that it was a blinky. Like I wanted something that was pretty and beautiful, like everyone else had these cute things. But most people will tell you like, there's like songs on YouTube, like don't wash my blinky, you know, like everyone likes it like disheveled and not disheveled, but you know, like it becomes theirs, they own it and it becomes unique to them. Thank you.
Excellent. Shayna.
Yes, I love the idea. All of my kids had a blankie. I tried not to let it get too ratty-tatty. Chani mentioned what is the material, what are your dolls made out of?
Yeah.
And are they washable? How durable are they? How long do you expect them to last?
Okay, thank you. So they're made out of, first of all, there's like safety testing that goes into children's toys. So there's actually like requirements of what you can stuff it with. Like it can't be beans, it has to be polyfill. So the inside is polyfill. The body is cotton. I mean, it's between cotton and polyester basically. Washing, you hand wash it. I have a video, I didn't upload it yet, but that shows you exactly how to wash it. It's a hand washing process. You're not really going to stick it in the dryer. Most likely your child won't want you to ever wash it though, because usually, I don't know if your kids had that, but I did not let anyone touch mine. So yeah.
We snuck it into the washing machine.
They
Used
did
plenty
that.
of bounce, so they would like it.
Yeah.
Have you sold any here today? What's
So-
your process today? Do you have a website?
So I have a
videos?
website. Thank you. I do have a website. You should all go on it. It's themeandmy.com. I also I do photography on the side or just as a hobby, so I get to do all my marketing, which is a good thing for now because it's my baby and I love it, my doll baby. And so I get to have the vision and it's going to be exactly how I want it because I'm doing it. Eventually, when I grow huge, I will have to, learn how to delegate and things, but there's a website. Right now, we're doing a lot of custom orders. I brought, if you would like to see some of our custom orders, because this doll will be ready a little later in 2 months. So here we have, this was a custom doll. That's a
Wow.
little boy for my nephew. I have this one. Was for my older niece who asked. She was 10 then. All my nieces and nephews asked for these, even the boys. And then I have, so eventually I'll have a collection of a bunch of them. This one was actually made for my sister. It's a memento from her wedding. There's part of the material of the dress and a hairpiece, tichel, because she got married. So custom orders is what I'm doing right now. And then the dolls will be available in 2 months, and you can go on my website and put in your email address like everyone's been doing from this competition, thank you, so I could let you know exactly when it's ready.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Let's have about a minute and a half of just a little bit of your story.
Okay, so my story is I'm a definite big fan of comfort objects. And the way this doll started out was my sister was moving to Florida, and I had seen her and her kids every single day for 6 years straight. And I wanted to buy them all gifts so that they could remember me while they were way far away in Florida. And my niece had 36 dolls on her bed, and when my sister was packing, she left her top 3, and they were ones that I bought. So I was like, okay, I know dolls. But I wanted to buy her a handmade rag doll, like one of these. And I go online, I'm searching, and all the prices I'm finding are like $234, $100. Like the cheapest I could find was $68. And I was like, I love you, but, you know. So I sat down, it was on Tisha B'Av actually, and I sat for like 24 hours straight trying to figure out how to make this. It took a bunch of weeks, and I eventually made it. She was part of the process, asking, is the hair ready? And then I made it, and I wanted it right away. Other kids, she's so excited about the doll. She asked me last week why I didn't make her another one this week. Like, she thinks she gets one more. So my price point, I want it to be more affordable. Right now, it's aiming for $42, which is way below what you would find anywhere online. Believe me, I've looked. And yeah, that's my story.
Great. Let's give a big hand. Okay, sure.
Okay, before we transition over to the next part of the competition where the judges are going to come up to announce the winners, I'm just going to take 1 second. I want to do two things. Number one is I just want to announce to all of you here tonight and to all of you watching this, CHYE has been very active this year. We've done over 24 different business events, and we have one coming up next week, Monday, a really amazing event called From Mind to Market, and then From Market
To pocket.
to Pocket. And it's going to be a two-part event taught by two very amazing teachers. Our very own MC, COL, is going to be the teacher of the first segment, and the second segment is going to be taught by the very famous Yossi Applebaum. It's going to be a great event, and you're all invited to sign up and join us next week, Monday, for that event. Second of all, I just want to plug again, I really want to thank, this event is only possible because of support. Number one, we have our founder circle that supports us throughout the year, but in particular, every event we need support from sponsors, and people open their pockets for us, and we want you to open your pockets for them. So once again, please give business to Uniquely Chic, beautiful children's clothing store on Kingston Avenue. Please give business to Little Toes, amazing hosiery store on Kingston Avenue. Please give business to Milano Wigs. And please give business to Little Jewels that makes beautiful children's jewelry. In addition, during the competition, which especially on the men's side, it was very intense competition, and there was a very close fourth place. You know, today in the Jewish hat market, there's volatility. You know, Borsellino is going through some changes, and everyone is looking for a new, viable solution. And right here in Lubavitch, we have a very talented young company called Bellissimo that's coming out with new hats, amazing, custom made to your size, and they decided to be a sponsor for tonight's event. And so I encourage all of you, reach out to the CHYE brothers, order your own custom hat from Bellissimo today. Thank you to all the sponsors, and thanks to all the prize sponsors. Every single one of you, really, shukayach. I'd like to call up now our MC, who's going to call up the men's judges are going to come back. All the three men's finalists, please come up, and we're going to switch over.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Wordy. Let's have the men's judges come back up. There were two young men in their early 20s, each working at a fast food restaurant. One of them used to come in depressed, upset, angry, flipping burgers, cleaning floors. And the other one came in excited, joyful, happy, always interested in learning every detail. After about a month, they took their break together, and the depressed one asked the joyful one, I don't understand. We're working in the lowest job, we're making minimum wage. How are you every day? You come in, you're always happy, you're always upbeat. You want to learn this, you want to look at this. I can't stand it. How do you, I can't understand. So the other person looks at him, and he says, because I'm going to own these very soon, one day. So I look at everything as a learning process, and that's why I'm very, very happy for what I'm doing, because I have to know each intricate part of the business in order to, and understand each part in order to know how it's going to run. And this is the epitome of the entrepreneur. They start, what we just saw, all these businesses, they did such a fine job, and the challenge, they have to start and do everything. As they say, they have to wear all the hats of the business. It's not like they can hire 10, 15 people to do each department. But everyone did such a fantastic job. And let's give everybody, all the contestants again, another round of applause. Okay, so now we have our judges, and they get to, I believe, they're going to ask one, Rabbi, they're going to ask one question. Oh, the advice, right, okay. Okay, so each of the judges are going to give advice to, you're going to come up? Okay. Correct. So everybody come up.
Yeah.
You're sure? Where do you go? Okay, first let's open it up. Our panel, please.
I'll start. Mendy, fantastic job. You were enthusiastic and energetic, and I love the way you told a story. Lots of storytelling, and you could tell you had joy and you liked the process and you're intrigued by the way that coffee is made, and you appreciate quality. So fantastic job. Some of the things that I think could have come through a little more clearly is cost. I'm not sure that I understood for what, say $18 for how much, how does that compare? So when you're talking about it, that's from a consumer side. I have no idea what the normal size of coffee is. Take the insight, you had a story about starting to drink, you yourself, drinking instant coffee, and then, and that could have come through in other people. Like, you might think you might not like this, but even I started, but it's really different, and be able to say why it's different. And finally, here's I think the most important one for me. This is especially in this crowd, the only, isn't it the only kosher or very specifically Jewish run kosher, something like that? It could have come through a little more strongly about that specific advantage, especially in this crowd. But tremendous job. Shmuley, smooth pitch, concise. You hit all the boxes, and I like your creativity when you took a question and you said, "I'm not going to follow this exact form." You're going to be creative because you knew what we wanted to hear instead of what was on the agenda. I especially like how your vision came straight through about how you want there to be kosher everywhere. Two things I would say. Number one, I think you tap danced a little bit when we talked about how is it that it's the same price, and you shouldn't be afraid to say I get a cut from the restaurant, and because otherwise how do we believe? And then the other one is. You might have restaurants and be able to maybe devote 10 seconds to kind of, if you're a restaurant, here's how I could help bring you customers or something. Great job. And Yossi, I found your story inspiring, authentic, and very uplifting. So I appreciate, especially when you brought in the KFC and it's never too late to start a new business, that kind of thing was very true, and it hit me in the heart. I think where you could be more clear is in how it's different than competitors. And also, don't be afraid to ask for the sale and be very specific. Come to my place at this thing, at this, and just ask for it. But great job.
Zalman.
Okay, thank you guys. Really, great presentations, and kudos for coming up here and doing it. I know not everybody is, it's not an easy thing to do, so thank you. I'll follow in the same order that you presented. So, Mendy, to you, like Daniil said, the energy was very positive and very exciting, and that's very important in a pitch, and it came through. I think that what I would like to see I mean, that point that you made is valid, and I think you could even build on that what type of product is it? Who likes this product currently? Who is your current consumer, and why do they like your product? I don't particularly still know exactly what type of coffee you sell, and especially you mentioned other products. I think you could touch on that a little bit in the initial pitch. This is our main product. This is our primary product. We also have, and leave the door open in case I'm not interested in the first thing you say. But thank you. Shmuley, I liked a lot that your message was on target and very easy, perhaps because the business is a little bit easier to explain. So that came through very, very clearly, which is critical. I think what you could do to tweak that a little bit is, because you're selling an app and a service that's to a more youthful and more with it and tech-savvy consumer, you could take advantage of that and get right into the competition. And there's this app, and there's this app that have billions of users because people hate going to individual, and I'm different, again, because strictly kosher, you don't have to worry about the kosher, and hammer in right on that, focus on that differentiator, because it's key, and your target audience probably knows a little bit about the background. You don't have to focus on that too much. So excellent there. Yossi, to you, the story was key. I think that it tells me that I should believe in you when you tell me I'm going to have something more affordable that's still truly beautiful. And I think that has to come across in your initial pitch. So that's what I liked most, I think, is what you should really incorporate most, and get people to believe, because it's a tricky thing to tell somebody, especially in the jewelry business, you're going to buy something nicer for cheaper. And it has to be something compelling. It has to come across as, I know people can't afford what they want, and I could give it to them because I can A, B, C, D. And whatever those A, B, C, Ds are, they have to come across right away, and that's part of your story. Okay? But thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Zalman. Excellent comments. Many.
So I'll follow, and some of the points will be overlapping. First of all, congratulations for coming up over here. It's not easy. It's not easy to build a business in the first place. We always say that not every overnight success was years in the making, and not every stumbling block is a reason to quit. So standing here today, you're supporting every business owner out there that it takes courage, and that's what you do, and you trial and error. So there's no losers today, there's all winners. So before we start with that, as far as giving feedback, Mendy, first of all, the creativity was there, 100%, the passion towards the product, and the best thing is a business that's developed on a personal use. So you mentioned how it affected you, and you felt you need a better solution, so to speak. So a solution that comes with a personal challenge is usually something that passion drives you, and we've seen it in the pitch. I'll follow a little bit on the feedback. First of all, I felt that it wasn't clear, the target market, and I think on marketing side is have that persona of the person in front of you, and I'm speaking to you first. And I always say, I ask people, what's your unique selling point? Oh, I sell to everybody. Of course, you can take money of everybody, but you're not selling to everybody. You're selling to your target market. So what's that persona? Let's nail that, conquer that market, and let's continue to expand from there. And with the same thing is, as far as when I ask you the question, as far as I don't love coffee, I wanted to hear a little bit more. Well, even if you don't love coffee, you'll start drinking my coffee and you'll change that. And next time I see you, you'll say you love coffee. And instead of pushing me to tea right there and then, you lost me on that one. So that's a piece of feedback on that. Also a little bit more of what's in it for me as a consumer. You know, the product is the product, but the after effect, what results will you get because of you're hooked on my coffee? But overall, great pitch. Love the energy and love the creativity. Shmuley, I think brilliant idea. Always, you always say Google wasn't the first search engine; it was Yahoo. But you found a way. How could I narrow my market? Obviously, the kosher market is a growing community. Obviously, the immediate market, and then the broader market when people travel, and so on and so forth. on target, the messaging was there, the pitch as a consumer was there 100%. On feedback, I guess what they mentioned before as far as, yes, make it believable. There is a market. Restaurants spend on advertising, that's another medium. And therefore, if we bring them the customer, they'll give us whatever percent. You don't have to say exactly the percent, but that's how we can guarantee you we do that. I think that where you have to be careful, that's just business advice in general, is scalability. When you have an app, it's easy to get, to markets. As you're going to start scaling, and that's why I asked you the question about customer service. If you give the promise to the client that you're going to be constantly giving that customer service, at one point you're going to stretch yourself thin. So you have to know that from the get-go. And at the same time, I would also add that you always have to be on the forefront to understand that who else could enter that market and take away what we were building. So as you're building this niche market, but guess what? If Uber Eats decides that they have a kosher, so to speak, a spin-off and they could do it, how will you keep on being differentiated? So if we heard that more as a consumer, people have don't have a lot of space on their phones. So I want to know I'm downloading an app that I'll constantly be using. So I don't have to switch around my habits. But overall, great pitch and to the point. And Yossi, your story was very inspiring. I think you nailed it pretty well with your passion towards what you do and why, the why, so to speak. We need to know we have a why. When I ask you, why should if I have a choice to go to 2 stores, why should I come to you? You nailed it with customer experience. I think customer experience is something that nobody could take away. That's the customer loyalty. I would want to hear a little bit more in the pitch, a little bit more of exactly my offerings. So the offerings wasn't so much in the pitch. And also the why us. We know that we're listening to a retail store which we're struggling to get business and traffic from the street. And also, I would want to have it a little bit more of excitement towards customers that come to us, love us, and never leave us. So as a Nook shopper, I want to know that I'm not only coming the first time, you will love and that's going to be the social proof that other people have experienced the same and loved us. But overall, congratulations, and you did amazing work, all of you, so we only have winners today.
Excellent. What great advice from our esteemed panel. Excellent. Now the final moment is coming for the men.
All right, so
drum roll.
Drum roll. So first things first. First of all, as I keep on saying, to anyone that participated in this competition is automatically a winner. All the 29 people that participated got tremendous amount of exposure and marketing for their business. It was really amazing. All of the finalists made it even better. All of you are getting even more exposure. Thousands of people are watching this video, and for all of you watching, for all of you here in this room, these are great businesses. Everyone, please give your business to the Chosen Bean, to Birdies, to J Menu.
Yeah.
That being said, unfortunately, we have to choose just one of you to be the grand prize winner, and the judges have scored and deliberated, and they've chosen. And so, I guess for logistical purposes, what we'll do is when I call out the winner, you'll come here, and we'll all sort of award you. We have here our symbolic award, $10,000 prize package award over here, and the winner of the CHYE COL Live Elevator Pitch Competition Men's Division is going to be J Menu.
Wow.
Shmuley Wolf.
Shmuley.
So all of you stand up, maybe all of you come. We'll congratulate. So we'll all here we'll all come in the picture here. Smile.
Congratulations, Shmuley. And
we're going to switch over now. We're going to call up in just a second. We're going to call up the women's judges, and we're going to ask the women contestants to come up to the stage. I just want to acknowledge my wife made it finally here, and welcome. It's good to see you. Okay, so Michal, you'll call up the judges, and you'll call up the contestants.
excellent. So let's have the ladies judges come up. And then let's have all the lady contestants come up, please. And let's give everybody a round of applause. Incredible. And please, just to ditto what Rabbi Wordy spoke about, these businesses thrive on our patronage. So please remember them, use them a lot, and let them flourish. Okay, so we will start with each of the judges for the questions, and let's start with Khani. Okay.
I volunteered to go first.
Okay, great. Sure.
First of all, everyone did a really fantastic job, and it was really an honor to see woman-led businesses. It's really, we're in good company, and I'm very proud and happy to be here and hear your ideas. Your delivery and your pitch was excellent. Your ideas were really excellent. I'm coming from the marketing space, so these are the questions we always ask every client or every potential client that we meet with, and I think it applies to all of you. We take a look at three things. We take a look at the space you're in, the industry, where are you operating? We take a look at your competitors, and this includes the people who may be doing very similar things, but also your budget competitors. If they're buying my product, what are they not buying? Or if they're buying someone else's product, who are we competing with on that level? And then finally, who is our demographic? Who are our customers? So my advice to you really is to don't operate in a silo. Know what's going on around you. Specifically, you're all talking to children. These things move very quickly. We see from the fidget spinners, it's all the rage now. In a year, we're not going to know what it is. And 6 months ago, we didn't know what it was. So know what's going on around you. Be in touch with who the kids are today. What a great product is for them, and what are they looking for, what do they want. Specifically, and I think this really applies to all of you, like Nama style, I've actually seen you at quite a few events. I have, of the age where my friends' kids are being bat mitzvahed, sadly, or I don't know. And what we were talking about outside is that every few years, there's a party entertainer that's all the rage. And every few years that changes. So what are you doing to keep up with the times to ensure that you're going to stay while most people don't? So that's really what you need to be thinking about. Kids Discover Israel, it's an amazing concept. It's something I really feel very strongly about, and your delivery was amazing. Talking about the magic of Israel and the way you described it, I was very interested in it. But what are you doing to compete with Harry Potter? That's that's the kids between 7 and 12. That's what they're picking up. You need to know what's going on. You need to know what do things look like, feel like, how do kids interact with these brands and these stories, and how are stories being told today? CHYE, we're basically peers almost, I feel like, but I have a lot of experience in this space and with creating product and knowing what it takes to make them successful. I think for you, what's very important is not to forget that what you're trying to create is a comfort object. That has to be your top priority and has to be reflected in your product itself. So when you're making your choices on materials or little accessories or gadgets, does this make it the coziest, safest piece and not maybe the most beautiful, which you may be inclined to do? And that's, but thank you very much, all of you. You did a really amazing job, and it's really, again, a pleasure to see you present.
Fantastic advice. Khani, let's go to Devory. Oh, okay, Shana, sure.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And as Khani mentioned, it's really great to see all the women that are putting themselves out there and taking a chance and trying something new and seeing what they can do with all their talents, and there are so many talented people out there. Khani mentioned a number of things that I would have said to you. One being, what am I bringing to the table that is different from the person next to me? Why come to me, not to the next person in some of your businesses, to always ask, is my product necessary? Is it the same, as the next person next door? Do they sell that already? Do I have a market for that? And who am I marketing to? Sarah Esther? Yeah. I loved your pitch, your book, the idea. Kids get to see so much out there and are introduced to much more than ever before. So bringing Israel to them is really very important. And it's a wonderful way to do that through a book, through different medias. I wasn't so sure that the book that you were producing is 7 to 12-year-olds, like Hani mentioned. They're into Harry Potter, they're into sci-fi. Would they really pick this up to read it? Do you have enough illustrations to get them hooked on wanting to see what Israel is like besides just an adventure story? But otherwise, I thought your pitch was great. Your delivery is great. You answered the questions. I did want to take a look at the books and see, hey, is this something I want to bring to my children? I want them to take a look at it. I do want them to get to know a little bit more about Israel and the different sites. Nama, what you guys do is incredible. I haven't had the opportunity to see you. My kids are pretty much past the bas mitzvah age, so I don't know if you were doing it when my kids were doing it, but I've been to a number of bas mitzvahs, and it's amazing how you guys just cheerlead and put on a show and give everyone a great time. And my question to you is, why am I hiring you above your competition? What are you doing different, and how am I comparing you to what somebody else is doing, so I can say, okay, I'm going to choose Nama and not X. So that's where I would say, ask yourself, what am I doing differently? Why me? Why take me and not my competition? CHYE, your dolls are beautiful, and they look like they're of a really nice quality, and I would love to have some in my collection of dolls. You introduced yourself as an alternative to a blankie, so I really wanted to know how blankie it is, therefore the questions on the materials and the washability. As a parent or a grandparent buying this doll, I would want to know that it is washable. So the hand wash a little bit throws me in reference to it being a blankie. You are so creative. I'm wondering if you should ask yourself, okay, how do I really make this blankie, if that's really what I'm trying to market? Otherwise, I think you guys did a great job. Hats off to you. Keep it up. You know, take whatever you're hearing, you know, take what you like and leave the rest. And good luck. Thank you.
Excellent comments. Devori.
I thought it was great to see how passionate everybody is about what they do, and I get asked in the business place a lot, you know, how do you advance in the business place when you're a woman? And I really think you need to be passionate, you need to have a plan, and you need to execute according to your plan. But more than that, lately I find myself talking about, instead of having a 1-year plan or a 2-year plan, is really, let's talk about the next 6 months, because the world is evolving so much, so we need to evolve all of our plans. And it's okay that we started the first product, but let's layer on top of that, and let's bring in the next level of expertise, or let's differentiate or do something different in the next level of what we do, so that we could continue to sustain and continue to move on and offer a product that everybody loves, or still be relevant to our target market. So I think it's important for all of you to identify who the target market is. Sorry, Esther, I love the idea of the book. I'm very passionate about Israel as well, and I have young kids, so I think that's a great thing. I looked at the book. There's not enough illustrations, at least for me. It's very wordy, so I would think in your next iteration or your next book, it's something to think about. Nama, I think you guys do a great thing, because you know, I go to the parties, I go to the bas mitzvahs, and you guys make the party. You really do. It's the food. I went to a party where there was no food, and it was just the party and the dancing, and the girl who your competition was doing just that, is actually making the party. So I'd wonder how you would differentiate yourself and how you would do something that's different. How do you set yourself apart from the rest of them, because there is so much competition? And then also, is it affordable? Because I know I see, constant groups and chats asking, what can I do? As the next round of mothers coming into the bas mitzvah class, they're all asking, what can I do to entertain? And then is there some level where we don't go all out and spend that much money because not everybody can afford it? So do you have a level of service that's at a lower price point? And Chaya, my son, is very into his blankie. We have to take it wherever we go or else. I don't know if the doll would be an exact exchange, so I think it is a comfort product, but I'm not sure if it replaces the blankie. So I think you just have to think from a marketing perspective, could it be both, could it be one? Does it really replace the other, or is it something else that a kid can use as a comfort tool?
Excellent. Before we announce the winner, let's give again all of the business panel a big round of applause. Incredible advice, marketing gurus, and then of course all of our contestants again. Let's give another hand. And now we get a drum roll and Rabbi Wordy.
Okay. I just want to do a shameless plug before we announce the winner. I forgot to do this earlier, but CHYE is here the whole year round to help new businesses start and succeed. And we have here in this room, Yehuda Berg is our business counselor. He's here every single day. Anyone that's starting a business can come to CHYE any day of the week and can speak with him. And we have a pool of amazing mentors that could help. So any one of you here, anyone that's watching, we're here to help. Reach out to us. Number two, I want to thank all of the judges. Really, this was amazing. I keep on saying the success of CHYE is only because there's so many amazing and talented business people that believe in our mission and they're ready to give of their time. They're all busy people. All of them work in big companies, successful companies, and they're taking off from their time to be here. I want to personally thank all of you. Thank you very, very, very much. All the men's judges here, really. Thank you very, very much. And I'm going to repeat myself, as I said before, by the men, every participant in this competition is a winner. You all got exposure tonight. You got even more exposure, and each one of you is starting and has amazing businesses, and Mirza Hashem, we look forward to watching all of you grow and succeed beyond your wildest imagination. That being... That being said, we have to pick one, and the judges have chosen. For logistical purposes, when I call you up, I'm going to stay down here. You'll go up, and the judges will give you, your grand prize memento. And so, without further ado, this is very hard for me. It was before, but we have to choose one. So here we go. Drum roll. And the winner is Kids Discover Israel.
Wow. Congratulations.
Go up with the judges. Before we all leave, I just want to give two more shameless plugs. Number one, ZK, Zalman Kopel, does an amazing job live streaming. Number two, Marco Deshev, amazing photographer. Really honored to be able to use their services. Everybody, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming. Hatzlacha, bracha. Have a wonderful evening.